All right, Gen 7. Right? Starting off with a good grass type starter. People love Rowlet. A lot of people won't even evolve their Rowlet. I think that's something people do is they won't evolve their Rowlet, which is fair. Because look at this little bow tie wearing dude. He's happy. He's chill. He gets S tier. He's a good first stage. Dartrix. Oh, where are you? Right here. I feel neutral about him. He's not a bad evolution. He's a bit odd, yes, but there's nothing wrong with him. Decidui is honestly a cool final starter. Now, I played Pokemon Sun and then I played Pokemon Ultra Sun, right? Both times I chose Litten. So, while my opinions of the Rowlet line or the Popplio line might be different from how others might rank them, I do recognize that these evolution lines are really cool. They're really solid. Oh my gosh. The water's trying to kill me. Oh, the water's coming back up. It's trying to take me out. I haven't even written my will. Okay. I think we're good. Whew. But the Rowlet line is chill. The Gen 7 starters I enjoy. Litten, S tier. Like, this is a good Fire Cat. If they were going to go Fire Cat, I think they did really solid with that evolution. In fact, I think the whole evolution line deserves S tier. I think we can all agree that Incineroar is super cool. Now, even though I chose Litten in both Sun and Ultra Sun, I did contemplate not evolving Litten when it came to Ultra Sun. Because I do really like Litten. I see Litten, it makes me happy, it's cool. I think Torracat's a good evolution, like middle evolution. And I did almost think about not evolving my Litten in Ultra Sun, but I'm happy I did. Incineroar is super cool. I do remember when Gen 7 was announced, when we first saw the starters, I already chose Litten. I was already going Litten. I did contemplate Popplio because Popplio, for some reason, got so much hate that there was literally the Popplio defense squad that was formed. Anyone else remember that? That Popplio got so much hate that he had a defense squad, like, formed to protect him and, like, kind of fight off some of that hate he was getting. Because it was diabolical. Like, why did Popplio get so much hate? Popplio's adorable. But I do remember Incineroar being revealed, and at first, I did not like Incineroar. I saw Incineroar, I'm like, oh, they ruined Litten. They made Litten very stupid, very dumb. I don't like Incineroar. However, once I played Sun and Moon, and I let my Litten evolve into Incineroar, I fell in love with him. He was great. It's very obvious, very, very obvious they wanted to make Incineroar a fire fighting type because Incineroar's whole thing is that he fights in the wrestling ring. Like, he literally fights in a ring meant for wrestling matches. But they did not want to give us a fourth firefighting type starter, even though they wanted to do it so hard, and they would have faced so much backlash if they gave us our fourth firefighting starter. And you know what? I applaud them for not doing that, but at the same time, the fact that they made a fire dark type starter, specifically the fire one, a, like, WrestleMania representative, like, and they even gave him a fire belt. Like, they gave him the WWE belt. And they're like, yeah, but he's fire dark. Definitely not firefighting. Definitely was not the plan for him. Shut up. we all know you meant to make Incineroar firefighting, but we know you would have faced so much backlash that you had to make sure that he wasn't firefighting. Moving on, though, Incineroar is great. Poplio. Why so much hate for Poplio? Look at this thing. It's adorable. You're going to look. Look at this thing. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I don't think you're fully looking at it. Because I need you to like just fully comprehend. Look at it. This thing is adorable. And you're going to say you hate this thing? Why did this thing get so much hate? Why? People bashed on this thing like no tomorrow when it was revealed for the Gen 7 starters. This thing is adorable. It's a little seal pup. Get over yourself. This thing deserves nothing but the best. It deserves to be treated with love. It's adorable. I almost went with Poplio because of all the hate it got. Because it's like, no, Poplio needs some love. And then it was taken away, that defense that I wanted to feel for it, because they introduced Brionne. And Brionne, I'm going to put a neutral. But if this was 16-year-old me, if this was 16-year-old me for when... Hold on. Never mind. If this was 17-year-old me. Okay, if this was 17-year-old me, back when these games released, and I were to rank those Pokemon then, this Pokemon would have been at the bottom. I was defending Poplio, and then they released its middle evolution, Brionne, and I'm like, oh, that's why people hate it, because they knew what it was going to evolve into. They knew it was going to evolve into Brionne. But over the years, my hatred for it has subsided, and I'm neutral on it now. I don't love it by any means. I still think it's a bad middle Evo. But it's not so bad to where I actively hate it. It's just like, okay, it's there. I want to get past it, but it's okay that it exists. And then Primarina. Primarina took me by surprise, but you know what? It's okay. It exists, and I'm fine with that. It gets B tier. It gets a little bit positive because it's so different from how I feel like most starters are, and the fact that it's the first starter to get that fairy type added on was super cool. It's, you know, I can't say much else besides I like it. It took so much time to grow on me because I did not like Brionne or Primarina. I really like Poplio, but it took a while for its evolutions to grow on me. But over time, I'm like, okay, you know what? I respect Primarina. I think it's a pretty chill Pokemon. Okay, the Picky Peck line. All right. So, this is, again, it's very rare that I use the early route birds on my team. But I didn't use Picky Peck. So, my opinions on Picky Peck are strictly based on looks and not how I feel about them being on my team, because I have no gauge of that. Just like most of these Pokemon, they're just based on how I feel looking on them. But Picky Peck, I feel like, was one of those very decisive bird Pokemons because it's very different from other ones, while most are based on, like, I don't know. Toucanon, I just felt like was very different from most other early route bird Pokemon. And it's a really cool one. Um, I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me because it's like, you know what? You're so different and you kind of stand out quite a bit from the other early route bird Pokemon. I really like you. Um, However, Trumbeak, okay, Trumbeak is going in D tier. I see Trumbeak and it upsets me. I don't like it. I don't understand. Like, an evolution of Picky Peck, I understand, but how this goes into Toucanon, I don't. The colors, I see that the colors are there, but Trumbeak just looks stupid. But Toucanon's dope. Toucanon is a mean looking, cool looking bird. And I want to use one. Especially with its signature ability, Beak Blast. Super cool ability. Move. Young Goose, yeah. I don't think we really got to talk about this Pokemon. Nobody really likes this Pokemon. I want to like this Pokemon strictly because people hate on it. I want to like it because people hate it, but I can't bring myself to like it because I see it and I'm just like, ugh. And you know what? That's fine. I don't think it was meant to be appealing. I think it was meant specifically for the fact, like, hey, you see this thing, stay away from it. Apparently there's a gender difference. Whoops. But Grubbin, okay. I saw Grubbin in my playthrough back in Sun, and I'm like, I can't pass up on Grubbin. Grubbin is one of the most adorable, but also one of the most cool-looking bug types I've seen. And I just got to have this thing on my team. Now, I didn't know how to evolve it into Vikavolt for a long time, because I had to actually look up how to evolve it. And when I found out that you couldn't evolve it till the very end of the game, it did upset me, because I had to work with Charjabug for so long. Like, I had Charjabug for so long in that game. However, it made me grow an appreciation for Charjabug, and honestly, really enjoy Charjabug. And Charjabug, how many times have I said it? A lot. Has a very iconic cry. Charjabug has easily one of the best Pokemon cries in the entire franchise. And it's so good. You send it out and just goes, "Reet, reet." I can't interpret it, right? Because it's such a hard noise to interpret. But it's good. It's fun. Vikavolt, cool typing, cool design, just cool all around. You gotta love Vikavolt. And Grubbin, it's one of my favorite first stage bug types. Crabrawler, I like. I remember when it pops out when you go to gather berries, and it's just there ready to fight you. It has them up, and it's like, oh, okay. That's what you're about. These are your berries. Okay, I'll leave you be. And then they decided to not let it evolve until endgame, and they made it this disaster of a Pokemon. Why did they give it blonde hair? Like, if they... I didn't care about the card. But, like, if they took away the hair, right? Just chop this off and made it, like, if it was just bald, if the top of it was just, like, white and, like, a little bit of its blue faded in or something. But if it was just a round head, I would have been fine with that. What makes me actively dislike this Pokemon is the blonde hair. Like, why did you give it this stupid looking hair? It was fine until you gave it this stupid looking hair. And now I hate it. Why did you do that? So I'll put it in C tier because I don't mind it besides that hair. But like just take off the hair and it would have been positive. That's how easy it is for me to change my opinion on that. Take away that stupid blonde hair, put it here, and it would have gone right with its evolution. Oricorio, okay. This Pokemon was one of those weird ones for me, because yeah, yeah, that's all I can say about it is yeah. It's interesting, it's unique, with its different forms and the fact that you can just change them. I think I'll put them honestly in B. Although I do have a preference. I think the fire one and the ghost one are probably my favorite. But the fact that they have a whole unique gimmick and it's not a bad one because Revelation Dance will change based on which type they are. So they honestly all have like good use and their designs are very unique because it's not like oh they just color like Furfrou. Furfrou has all these designs. Vivillon has all these designs. Floette has all these colors, right? Okay. You get to sleep. Have a good night. Thank you for joining for when you did. I appreciate it. But you have a good night. Take it easy. But all these Pokemon have different forms, right? And besides Genesect having a different plate to where its signature move does a different type attack, which is kind of what Revelation Dance does. Depending on the type, depends on the attack type damage it does. And Arceus doing the same thing. You really get a feel with these because not only does Revelation Dance change its type, but they look different. They look different and it means something. And I think that's really cool and I like that. And the type matchups change, like it's the whole shebang. They did really good with them, is what I'm trying to say. Cutiefly and Rabombi, S tier. They're some of my favorite bug types. I love bug types. Most bug types are going to be up, except like a few. Honestly, hold on. Yeah, like I know Kakuna's an active dislike, but that seems to be and Silcoon. Yeah, but that's about it. Otherwise, bug types, so good. They're so cool. I love my bug types. And it's a shame, but also kind of cool that Cutiefly and Rabombi are, it's the only line that's Bug Fairy. It's very unique to them. And also, just, I didn't plan on running this. I remember Sun, and I battled so many of these, but I finally just got to a point where I'm like, you know what, let me catch one. Let's see what it does. And I enjoyed using Cutiefly, and then evolved into Rabombi. I'm like, this is the cutest dang little thing. I have to protect Rabombi with my whole life. Like, I just remember having Rabombi and being like, okay, you're amazing. I love you. Stay safe. Rockruff. This is a good rock type. Okay, it's pure rock. So it has to deal with the 5 weaknesses it has, which is a lot of weaknesses, but it's worth it. Because Rockruff and Lycanroc are so cool. And at first, I didn't really like the midday form. However, it has grown on me, and it's a very solid evolution to Rockruff. And I just think all the line is really cool. I did want the Midnight form, but that was exclusive to Moon, and I was Team Sun. So I just didn't run a Rockruff on my original team because I didn't want midday form. However, when Ultra Sun came around, I got the exclusive like gift Rockruff with the own tempo ability. And I got this dude, and this is easily one of the coolest rock types, if not the coolest rock type ever for me. This is probably my favorite rock type Pokemon is the Dusk main, or not Dusk main, but Dusk form Lycanroc. It's so cool. And Rockruff is just adorable. It's great. It's cool to fight with. It's such a solid Pokemon. I think to me, because I know in A tier I put the Gigalith line, and I think for me, it does for pure rock types just edge out above Gigalith just a little bit. Like Lycanroc is so cool. Wishy-Washy. Okay, Wishy-Washy I'm going to put in B. I've never used one, but I think it's cool. It has a cool gimmick. Of course, once that gimmick, disappears, once it hits, what, is it 25% health or whatever, it disappears and it becomes the single form or whatever. I like it, though. This thing, really cool. It's terrifying. But when it's by itself, it's cute, and you just want to protect it because it's like, oh no, you will die if anything touches you. Let's get you away from here. But it's cool. Marini, yeah, this is a good Pokemon. It's a cool design. Its war crimes against Corsola are horrifying, but it's really cool. I've never used one, but this is one of those Pokemon that I do want to use and just be a menace because it's such a defensive wall that you can't do anything to it. Especially with it being in Scarlet and Violet, the fact that you can Terra type it to just one type so it doesn't have to deal with the weaknesses from both sides. And you can just make it and set it up to where it just won't die. Just Toxapex and Marini are great. Mudbray, this thing looks a bit too stupid for my liking, but at the same time, it's not bad enough to actively hate. I think it's okay. Mudsdale, however, Mudsdale is pretty cool. It's intense. It definitely gives the feeling of power. Like if this thing is in your vicinity and it stomps into the ground, just the whole ground is going to shake, or if it stomps on you, you're just going to die. And you know what? That's pretty good. Dupeter and Araquanid, one of, if not like the most busted ability in all of Pokemon. Water Bubble is such a good ability. And you know what? I'm fine that it's only unique to this Pokemon because it's a unique looking Pokemon. It's a cool typing. Everything about this Pokemon is just dope. Love this Pokemon. It's so good. I never used it on Sun or Ultra Sun. I wish I did though. It's such a cool Pokemon. And also it can take hits for days. Fomantis, also love this Pokemon. Took me a minute because this Pokemon was originally not going to be on my team. However, like right outside the battle arena, like the wrestling match, you can catch this thing like right outside the route. And that's what I did. Right before I entered the city to the arena, I encountered this thing in the grass, and I'm like, you know what? Let's see what your potential is. And I liked it. It was hard to use. The thing did not want to survive. Hold on. I got a delivery here. No. You go on. Amazon package. Yeah, it's all good. Good girl. No, you're doing so good. Don't start barking now. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. Yeah. That threw me off. I thought they would just dropped our order off in the mailbox because like that package was small enough to be dropped in the mailbox, but it's okay. It took like 2 seconds, so that wasn't bad. Luna, nope, come here. It's okay. You don't gotta protect us. It's fine. You can protect us at another time, but they're fine. They were just delivering a package for us. However, with that, yeah, I'll be right back to this. Give me just a sec. Out there? Oh, no one's in the yard. We're fine. Okay, I'm back. My bad. All right. So, where were we? I'm sorry. But yeah, Fomantis, Lurantis, they were also a team member that I was not planning on putting to my team. But they were just too much fun. I enjoyed them. Fomantis was so hard to keep alive while it evolved to Lurantis. But once it evolved, it was great. And it's adorable, so it's cool. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Anyway, moving on, because I keep repeating the same thing. My bad. Morlo, I actually this thing's kind of adorable. Can't lie. Morlo is adorable. Shiinotic is a horrifying eldritch horror. This thing wants to consume my soul and suck every ounce of life I have left in me. Shiinotic, horrifying. Morlo, adorable. But I do see the appeal of it and how the evolution works, and I think it's chill. While Shiinotic is absolutely horrifying, like look at this. No, stop. What? No. Ah! Okay, someone did some creepy art of it, but I mean, this is the face of death. Like, there we go. See? That's up close. You see this? This is the face of death. This thing's going to kill you. This thing's going to stalk you, and then the second you're not paying attention, it's going to reach out its freaking creepy tendrils here, and it's just going to suck you dry. And you're just going to, like, turn into just dried, decrepit roots. You're going to be nothing but bones, okay? Because it's going to absorb your skin as well. This thing, horrifying, but it's cool. Next, Salandit, S tier. Salandit is one of my 6 favorite Pokemon of all time. Therefore, he gets put up here as well. Salandit, the second they revealed Salandit, not only did I find it super cool with his ability and the fact that he could poison types and steel types, like that's just such a cool thing he can do. Just the design, the fact that he's fire and poison type, which are 2 of my favorite typings. Like, again, fire, bug, poison are my top 3 favorite types. But his design, Salandit looks so cool. Even to this day, I just look at Salandit, I'm like, oh, you are just dope as can be. Salandit is easily one of my 6 favorite Pokemon. Salazzle, I don't care for though. Won't lie. Salazzle is there. Um, People want to catch the female Salandit, so it evolves. I'm more than happy with a male Salandit, and I will rock that male Salandit. As a matter of fact, I did. Because guess what? On my Pokemon Sun team, I had a Salandit, and I loved him. He was the best thing ever. And I don't know why, because there's not a gender difference. You just are weird. Oh, is it doing the totem Pokemon? Because the totem Salazzle? I get it now. It's doing the totem. Okay, I don't care. Well, it's not because Lurantis would have been there. That's weird. Anyway, moving on. Stuffle, A tier. Stuffle is great. Its whole thing of loving you to death, like literally, is amazing. The fact that it just wants to show you so much affection that it will break all your bones in the process and kill you. I love it. It would be horrifying to have one as a Pokemon. Like, if you kept it Stuffle, you'd probably be fine. Evolving it, oh boy, you better say your Hail Marys, you know? But it's such a good Pokemon. It's solid. It's good. I like it. I almost had one on my team, but I think Fomantis actually took its place. Um, Bounsweet, I got nothing bad about to say. I think it's a chill Pokemon. It'll go in the C tier because I'm just neutral about it. If I used one, it would probably go up a little bit because I know it has its signature like move, tropical kick or whatever. But I think it's cool. I think it's solid evolution line. You can see how it evolves. It's great. Next we have Comfey, and honestly, this one took a while to grow on me. But once it did grow on me, I did really enjoy Comfey. I think it's interesting. It has a cool signature ability, even though it only works with like 2 of its moves it has. Um, but I like it. It took a while, but I think this is an interesting, cool Pokemon. Because at first I was like, oh, it's just Flower Veil. That's it. That's stupid as can be. And then I just let it sit and simmer for some time. I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't mind it. However, Oranguru and Passimian, those are both going to be C tiers. I know they're version exclusives. Passimian's Sun, Oranguru's Moon. So they're counterparts. However, at the same time, I just don't care. They're there. They're interesting. They're just nothing phenomenal to me, though. I like them. They're just not something I would go out my way to have on my team. Wimpod and Golisopod, I could not, for the life of me, catch one of these. They were so difficult to catch, the rocks. I was not smart enough to outsmart them. They would just run into the rock. I would miss my spawn chance for them, and it would just make me sad. The amount of times I had to reset to try to get a Wimpod is embarrassing. But I did eventually get one. I just never added it to my team. But I do very much like Wimpod and Golisopod. I think they're very cool looking Pokemon. Horrible ability, but for the Pokemon, it works out pretty well. Especially because it doesn't destroy their stats in any way like Defeatist would. Like, they just switch out, and if you had any setup on them, yeah, it sucks because that's gone, but you can just send them back in after, and they'll continue to wreck house. So they're fine. Palosan, or Sandygast and Palosan, neutral. At first, I did think they were stupid. Okay, I did think they were one of those stupid Pokemon, but over time, they kind of grew on me, and they're kind of horrifying with everything that's implied with them. Once again, just murder. Probably child murder more than anything. But that's just a theme, and we roll with it. But they're cool. They grew on me over time. Pyukumuku. Gosh dang, I love this thing. I have not used one. I want to use one so bad, but it is a situational mon like Wobbuffet is, right? It's a water type Wobbuffet, but could be seen as worse because it's more defensive, and so its ability is almost useless because it takes hits so well that by the time it dies, that it does so little damage with its signature ability that it's like, okay, well, what's the point if you're only going to do like 20 damage on death? But I just love this thing, especially when it just sticks out its like innards and gives you like the thumbs up, like yeah, it does this thing, right? And I know that's a fan drawing, but that's what it does. It gives you like the thumbs up. It gives, yeah, right. Like you give it affection, and it just gives you the peace sign. How can you not love this thing? This thing's great. It's using its innards to just chill with you, like Cowabunga. You know, he's awesome. I love Pyukumuku. Okay, Savali or type no, and Savali are chilled. I know they're mythicals or whatever, but I feel like I have the same opinion as a lot of people do, and that's just like they don't give the mythical feel. They're failed Arceus, or they were meant to hunt the Ultra Beast, all that. Cool lore. They have cool lore. Just otherwise, it's like, oh, okay. Like, I don't mind using it, just I won't go out of my way to use it. That's that. Minior. Can't lie, I actually really like Minior, and I'm probably one of very few people who do. But I think Minior is so cool. I'm gonna just take one of its cores. I'm taking the yellow. Um, but Minior is a super cool Pokemon. I like its ability. If you're able to set it up, oh, you're golden. You're good. This thing could wreck house easily. It's sad. Its existence is sad. Like once that core is exposed, it's just gonna die. So you kind of feel bad. But catching these, oh my gosh, catching this was the most diabolical thing because all of them had self-destruct. And so help me, like I'm happy I never encountered a shiny one because I would just be doomed and it would die. But it's a cool Pokemon. I really like it. Okay, Komala, S tier. My favorite animal, or should I say marsupial, but it's just my favorite animal in general, is a koala. When this thing was introduced, oh my gosh, I was so happy. The fact that there's a koala Pokemon, even though they're not native to Hawaii in any way, which is kind of funny, but I don't care. Salandit and Komala, top 6, and they were both introduced in the same generation, and I love that. Just they're peak. I have nothing negative to say about any of these guys. They're all amazing. That goes with just about any of these Pokemon in S tier. I just love them so much. But these guys specifically, Gliscor can probably be moved down a little bit out of this lineup. But just know that Gliscor is up here because it's part of the evolution line. But Charmeleon, Pichu, Gligar, Heracross, Salandit, Komala are all in my top 6. What's my 6th Pokemon? Oh, we'll find out. Because Chimchar is a contender for that, but the one I currently have in top 6, we'll get to later. Turtonator? Turtonator's pretty chill. Never used it. It was the Sun exclusive, but I never got around to using it. But I do like him. I think he's pretty chill. He's got a cool signature ability or signature move. Um, and then Togedemaru, I actually do really like Togedemaru. Togedemaru is probably my favorite Pika clone, and for that, he gets A tier. I think it's easily the best out of them all. I used one in my Pokemon Sun team. I was happy with it. I enjoyed it. He was fun. Now, Mimikyu. Okay. People love Mimikyu, and I enjoy Mimikyu because of the anime, right? Mimikyu in the anime was a menace, but it was fun. Um, Game wise, if I saw this thing, yeah, it's there. Um, I think its whole thing with despising Pichu so much and wanting love and attention, and it just grew into hatred and spite. And if you see it, you will die. Um, they really like Death Just Generation. Sandygast consumes you if you touch it. This thing kills you if you look at it. Beware kills you because it loves you. A lot of death, but it's okay. But I know people absolutely adore Mimikyu. Like Mimikyu is like probably one of the most popular Gen 7 Pokemon. But I'm neutral on it. I don't see any issues with it, but I don't go out of my way to be like, yeah, this Pokemon's amazing. Bruxish, I also don't hate Bruxish. It's neutral for me. People hate this thing. They loathe it. Like they're the Grinch, loathe entirely. But there's nothing wrong with Bruxish. It's an ugly fish. Yeah. Do you know there are ugly fish out there? I was about to look up some ugly fish, but I'm like, no. It portrays what it needs and wants to be very well. And you know what? I respect it for that. I honestly caught a shiny the other day, and I'm like, you know what? I think I like you just a little bit more as well now. It's a cool fish. I don't mind it. I think we need more horrors of the sea like Bruxish is. Let's see what's next. Drampa. I don't mind Drampa. Drampa for a while I didn't like. I thought it was too weird. But at the same time, like I think over time it kind of grew on me, and it's like it's an elder dragon, and yeah, he's chill. I like him. What's up? Come here. Come here. No, you don't want to jump up. Okay. It's fine. Do you want to say hi? Say hi. Okay, good girl. Go lay down. Or play. It's up to you. Do you just want to be pet? Is that it? Okay. I can do that. Delmise? Okay, it's interesting that this Pokemon is like only the seaweed. Like that's the whole thing. It's just the seaweed. But I think Delmise is a cool Pokemon. The spawn rate being so low is diabolical. I also did fish this Pokemon up pretty dang quickly, and I didn't realize that it had a spawn rate of like 1 or 5%. Another one of those Pokemon that I just got really lucky with very early on when I fished. Because I know you don't get it till the last island, so I didn't use it, but the fact that I caught it was pretty cool. And, cool design. Jangmo, okay. This is one where I loved the first stage, right? I think Jangmo is super cool, adorable. That reptile feel is great. And it took a while for the rest of it to grow on me. But eventually, it did. I did not like Komo or Hakamo at all for quite some time. But over time, the full evolution line really grew on me, and I'm like, you know what? This isn't a bad like addition to the pseudo dragons or whatever. It's one of my more favorited pseudo dragons, and I think Hakamo and Komo, Jangmo, they're cool. Uh, okay, the Tapus. All right. So I think everyone's favorite is Tapu Koko or Tapu Fini. I think those are probably the most two popular. Um, but Tapu Koko, yeah, gets a. Tapu Koko is really cool. Uh, Tapu Lele, probably B tier for me. I don't dig it as much as Tapu Koko, but it's cool. It's mischievous. Tapu Bulu, honestly, I didn't like it at first, but the more I think about it, the more I look at it, I'm like, you know what? It's really cool. Um, it's really interesting. It's grown on me. And then Tapu Fini. Yeah, I think Tapu Lele is the only one that I don't like as much as the other ones. But I think they're still all solid. They're all good. I just think Tapu Fini or Tapu Lele is probably my least favorite out of the four. And then we got the legendary of the generation, okay? So Cosmog. You can't hate Cosmog. This thing's adorable. I love it. It's so cute. Um, Cosmoem is honestly a cool design. I do like how it looks. I like how when you look closer at the orb, you see it sleeping like comatose face. It's got a really cool design to it. Now for the legendaries. Okay, Solgaleo, one of the coolest legendaries we've had. Uh, he's in S tier with Yveltal and yeah, yeah. I'm just making sure um, where they all are. Hold on. Yeah, there's Dialga, there's Yveltal. Yeah, Solgaleo also gets put in there. So Solgaleo is so cool. Um, and then Lunala, I think is still cool. I just don't like it as much. But I still think it should get an A. I think it's super solid. Its design is cool. Everything it's going for. Like Solgaleo and Lunala were such a good duo, legendary. The first to evolve too, and I think still the only legendaries that do evolve. Is very interesting. It's unique to them. I like it. Now the Ultra Beast, right? Probably one of the most confusing groups of Pokemons. Are they legendaries? Are they mythicals? But they're their own group, like Legendary Beast are their own group. So are they Pokemon? What are they? But they're Ultra Beast. What classifies an Ultra Beast? Because they look weird. There's Pokemon that look weird. Just Ultra Beast, I really like. Ultra Beast are a super cool category, and honestly, there's not really much that I actively don't like. Buzzwole is so cool. Buzzwole is a menace to society. That thing is going to flex so hard it just sends like waves out every time he flexes his muscles. It just forces energy and just destroys streets. That's what I imagine. He just and cars, buildings collapse. Pheromosa is like the counterpart. Pheromosa will get C. Um, I'm much more of a Buzzwole guy than Pheromosa. Zutri, Exutri, yeah, also C. Um, C. I don't think any of these will be low because I think they're all really cool in their own regards, in their own ways. They're very unique Pokemon, and I think they definitely stand out. And you can tell, like, okay, these are Ultra Beast because there's no other Pokemon that are quite designed like they are. Even though I said we do have weird Pokemon, but you look at Ultra Beast, it's like, okay, these ones are a bit different. Um, and then Necrozma. So I'm really happy we did get Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon because Necrozma just didn't felt so out of place and just pointless. And then thankfully Ultra Sun came along and gave us the lore of this dude. Because the fact that you just find him crashed on a mountain and you just battle him, it's like, what do I do with this? What do I do with this information? Who is he? What is he? What does it do? And then Ultra Suns and Ultra Moon are like, oh, you want to know about Necrozma? Oh, we got you. And it's like, oh no. Um, yeah, no, Duskmane Necrozma is so cool. Horrifying because it literally takes over Solgaleo. So it's not good, but it's still cool. Uh, Dawn Wings is probably going to be A tier. I don't like it as much as Duskmane, but it's still cool. And then Ultra Necrozma, um, I'll put in A, although it does almost too much. But it's in. I almost want to put it in B. However, I will keep it there, even though it does almost too much. But it's like, the most powerful Ultra Beast there is, right? Like that, it just gives those vibes. Because technically, these legendaries are like Ultra Beast almost, which is odd because it's like, where's the line? Right? Where's the line? But it's good. It's chill. It's cool looking. Nah, okay. I will put Ultra Necrozma in B. I'll do it. Necrozma and Ultra Necrozma B. I just like the other legendaries a bit more than Necrozma, but Necrozma is cool and its lore is really dang interesting. Um, Magearna, yeah, Magearna's dope. Um, I like it. It's it's sweet, it's innocent, but it's a cool design and it's a good typing. Uh, I have yet to use this one though. I have it. I did that trial that Pokemon Home wants you to do, where it's like, hey, Pokedex 1 through 8, fill it all out. Then you'll get this Pokemon. Took forever. It took so long. It took trading with myself so many times to get to the point where I could actually get this thing. But I did it because I'm like, okay, this is a unique challenge. I'm going to set myself out to do it. It's still sitting in Pokemon Home. I need to take it out the box, put it in Scarlet so I can actually do something with it. But I like it. It's really cool. It's a good Pokemon. Marshadow, also super cool design. Yeah, I think Marshadow is an A. Magearna is B. I still like it a lot, but I don't like it as much as the other mythicals. Poipole is so cool. It's so cool. It's shiny. Like, did anyone else get the shiny Poipole event that there was? Because I did. And I still have it, right? In my Ultra Sun. And I still don't know if I want to evolve it or not, right? I've kept it in Ultra Sun. And it's still a debate whether I want to evolve it or not because the shiny on Poipole is so good. But Naganadel also has a really good shiny. But I like both of them. But I only have the one of them. I only have the one shiny Poipole. And so it is just a battle whether I want to keep it Poipole or if I want to evolve it into Naganadel. So that's a turmoil that I've had for years. At this point, it's just staying Poipole. But I might have to go back into my Ultra Sun and be like, okay, it's time for you to evolve. Stack Attacka. Stack Attacka will be neutral. As terrifying as it is, though, it is a horrifying beast to behold. Zeraora is actively just really cool. Like, Zeraora is just radiates coolness. Tony the Tiger could never. Blacephalon is such an interesting and weird Pokemon that it gets to the point where I like it, because what is it? And the fact that it just blows up its own head to attack you is just diabolical, but really interesting. Okay. And then we get to Melton and Melmetal. And these guys are just so cool. I have the Gigantamax specialty Melmetal. I have yet to touch it, though. And I want to actually use it to see how it feels. I got a Melton in Pokemon Let's Go, just because you can. I don't have an authentic Melmetal from Pokemon Go, though, because I just don't play Pokemon Go enough to get that many Meltons for Melmetal. And it's such a task to get that many. And I don't think I ever will. But the fact that I do manage to have a Melmetal in Pokemon Sword is pretty dope. Because it's a pretty dang cool looking Pokemon, can't lie. Okay, and now Grookey. So, Gen 8, when it was revealed the 3 starters, I seriously debated finding a way to have, like, friends trade with me and everything, so I could have all 3 Gen 8 starters on my team. Hold on. We will go back just a moment, because that concludes Gen 7. Another generation down, 2 more to go. We can do it!